bury the past that taunted her daily. Her phone buzzed again as she slid into the seat, and she checked the number. Slaughter Creek, Tennessee. Home. The site of her worst nightmares. The town she'd left years ago and swore never to return to. Ignoring the call, she peeled out of the parking lot and headed toward the pier. 5 minutes later, she parked, climbed out, and breathed in the fresh ocean air. San Francisco. Beautiful, scenic, full of life, vitality, and tourists, and as far away from the East Coast as she could get. The wind whistled. From a shop nearby, wind chimes tingled. Musical, soft, restful. Then an almost violent symphony as the breeze picked up. Her sister had an obsession with wind chimes, had hung them everywhere, on the porch, her bedroom ceiling, above her door. Suddenly the hair on the back of Sadie's neck prickled. She glanced around, searching to see if someone was watching her. She'd had that feeling all her life, as if she was never alone. And not just because she was a twin, because she sensed someone watching her. Music blasted from a group of teens nearby. A toddler squealed as his mother pushed him in his stroller. 2 women jogged by. There were other locals on the street and several tourists snapping pictures, but no one that struck her as suspicious. Yet the tinkle of the chimes echoed in her head again, reminding her of her sister. Poor Amelia had been diagnosed with DID, dissociative identity disorder, when she was 12. Honestly, her first episodes had started when she was only 3. Amelia had talked about her friend Bessie, and Sadie played along, thinking Bessie was Amelia's imaginary friend. By the time Amelia was 8, and continued to talk about Bessie, her grandfather had become worried. Then, at age 12, her second personality, Viola, a flirtatious side of Amelia, had emerged. Psychiatrists had deemed that she was suffering from multiple personality disorder, DID. Then, at 14, another personality had appeared, a sullen teenage boy who called himself Skid. She shivered as her gaze strayed to Alcatraz. The prison stood alone, surrounded by frigid waters, weathered by time and storms, and evil. Just as she was weathered by them. Her phone buzzed with another call from home, and her heart hammered. Something was wrong. Bracing herself, she punched connect. "Your sister," a low voice rasped. "She's got a gun." Sweat beaded on Sadie's neck. The voice. Was it Amelia's? One of her alter egos? Sadie's fingers tightened around the phone. "Who is this?" "She's gonna kill Pawpaw." "What are you talking about?" The trembling started deep within Sadie. The voice sounded muffled, gruff. Male? Or a child's? Was this Skid the teenage alter? Or had a new personality emerged from her sister's tangled mind? "Who is this?" "I know what you did, what she did." A choked breath. You have to pay." Thunder rumbled, the first splatter of rain hitting the pavement. A child's balloon floated toward the sky, lost, caught in the wind. Sadie pressed a hand to her chest. "Amelia!" But her sister didn't answer. Neither did the voice. Instead, a gunshot blasted the air, and a chilling scream filled her ears. A scream that seemed to go on forever. Slaughter Creek, Tennessee. Sheriff Jake Blackwood had come back to Slaughter Creek to raise his daughter. But now he was sheriff. He might as well take advantage of the office. So he'd pulled the old file on his father's disappearance. Maybe he could finally get the answers he'd wanted for so long. Just being back in town stirred up his need for closure. And his little girl had been asking questions about the family. He'd like to give her some answers, too. He opened the file and rifled through the papers. Not much to go on. Sheriff Baylor had checked out the family house, but there were no signs that Jake's father had packed a suitcase or planned a trip. No bus schedules or plane tickets. No note. Nothing except that he was gone. His father had been dating some woman from the neighboring town, but none of them, not him or his brother Nick, had known her name or how to get in touch with her. The trail